All right, today I got this trailer, a big Tex, which I tried to find a smaller one like this because they don't have a tongue brace that runs at an angle so you can put a box on top. So instead I bought a Texas Brag that has a brace in the way. So anyway, this one here has that brace. What I want to do is I want to cut it off right here, grind that all down, repaint that, cut it off down here, and repaint that, but then I want to run a 3-inch square tube from here to the first brace underneath there, which this has I think a 3x5 angle frame on it, 1/4 inch, so for the tongue, and it really doesn't need it. I just want to put a box on there and I want to brace it up. I mean, it will void your warranty because I just bought this about 6 months ago. And I tried to find the big Tex but couldn't, so found this one locally, and it's a 12 foot with a dovetail. This is the one I put the E-tracks on a while back. Guess y'all hear a little wind noise. I'll put on my gloves and use this welding helmet. Just don't want to get hurt. Cut this first one off and see how this works. I could get a torch, but I really don't want to burn all the paint up. There's that one. I'll get that cut off, then I'm going to trim that up real close. Give y'all a good view of the back of my head here in a minute. Kind of hate to do this to a $1,600 trailer you hadn't even hauled nothing on yet, but that's the way it goes. Well, there's that out of the way. Now to trim that up, trim that nub up right there, get that cut off and paint it. Then we'll grind on it some and weld the piece in. All right, well I got that a little closer. I just took an old grinder, a cut-off wheel, cut that down to a reasonable, I can see it, a reasonable working area where I can just grind it off now with a flapper wheel. And out in there, I'm still working on it a little bit, but most of that pipe or that tube I'm going to put in there will cover right over that, so that doesn't have to be perfect other than just on top to where I can get it flush. Okay, I got most of that, but I'm just using a flapper wheel. We're going to take off some more. Over here to where I can see. Kind of hard to move it around the tripod, but it's pretty much smooth right there. A little bit more, and that'll be done, ready to paint it. And then that right down there, I'll just knock that off, and then we'll weld the tongue in. Weld the brace in underneath there. All right, I got that all cleaned up and painted. That'll do. I mean, it's still a little rough, but it'll be all right. I did go ahead and grind that all off. That way it won't be no rust underneath it when I get ready to weld the tongue on. So, here in a little bit, well, actually probably not today because I don't have that piece yet. I want to weld it. I need a 3-inch piece of square tubing, 43.5 inches long, to go from there back past the frame up to the first brace. Then we'll put the tongue in. All right, we got our piece of metal we're going to weld in there, that piece of square tubing. A little bit thicker than I wanted, but beggars can't be choosers. Now, the last week I cut off all that other brace and took this tongue, all that piece off that went up like so. So now I'm going to grind all that paint off. I repainted it and weld the tongue in. A little finagling. We got our piece in there. Not just 100%, but 98. Now we're going to weld that brace in there. Well, there it is. Now scrape off that old sticker. Put a little paint on it. Had one wire down here I had to move out of the way. I want to redo this and put a 7-prong plug on it. Get that back here like so. That wire had to move it going to that one marker light over there. But that's it. Now put on a box and call it good. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.